Empires: The Civil War is a game—
Hold it right there, son. Hold it right there. Did I hear somebody talking about the Civil War?
And you are?
Sir, I am General Beauregard Montgomery Artemus Sheridan Smith, and my dog here is my dog. Now, where'd he go? Oh, Belvedere, come here, boy. Now, sir, I would be much obliged if you would continue.
Okay, I was just saying that Empires: The Civil War is a package that lets the player command either side of the war.
So the war can finally turn out like it was supposed to.
And on top of the gameplay, the Civil War also includes a wealth of information on the war itself.
Son, you don't need some highfalutin computing device to tell you about the war. Now pay attention when I'm talking to you, son. Why, I remember when we was caught behind enemy lines.
General, isn't that your dog over there?
My dog? Why, oh, Belvedere!
The main part of the Civil War is the gaming. There are two types of games included: the full campaign mode or the individual battle mode. The individual battle mode is the most graphically interesting of the two.
Son, all I see are a bunch of flags.
Well, this is the widest view. When you zoom in on the action, you can actually see individual soldiers, horses, and cannons.
How would one give orders to these fine examples of Southern fighting aptitude?
Well, all the player has to do is choose a unit by clicking on its flag, which shows where in the chain of command it is. Then an order is chosen from the menu on the right, and a destination is chosen for those troops by clicking on the map.
Why, that sounds to be a right easy way to conduct a war.
Well, it is very easy. You can even choose and break off individual units using the CAL or Current Army Listings screen. Through this interface, you can choose which commander and units you want to give orders to. Once the orders are given, the player can watch the battle take place in real time and give additional orders at any time. The campaign game is where most folks who are really interested in the war will spend their time.
This is where the South can finally rise again.
General, you know that this is just a game, don't you?
Son, I don't like your tone. Where were you born, by the way?
Anyway, once the player chooses to command either the North or the South, the campaign begins on the night before the war began, April 12, 1861. And continues until November 8, 1864, unless one side defeats the other before then. All of the actual commanders, unit strengths, and locations are historically recreated at the start of the war.
Now, how can one side win before the end of the real war? Is this some Yankee trick to confuse me?
Well, the game keeps track of how many cities are owned by each side, which is represented by a bar at the top of the screen. If one side pushes the bar to a certain point, they automatically win, even if it's before the end of the real Civil War. Playing the campaign is not quite as easy as the battle mode. Players must maneuver their units, build things like recruitment offices and training camps, train soldiers, and build cannons to win the war.
Sounds like just what we had to do in the real thing.
That's because the campaign mode is very well planned out, incorporating a lot of the actual elements of the real war, including traveling by water and rail, the different types of cannons. Even naval battle is available. Gameplay in the campaign mode consists of the player giving out a set of orders during the night, which is in real time. During that time, units are told where to go and what to do. Cities receive instructions on what to build, and any restructuring of the army is done at this time.
But is it simple, son? Is it simple?
Not really, and that's the campaign mode's biggest weakness. There's a lot of clicking that has to be done that really should not have been necessary. For example, it took me 5 clicks of my mouse just to find out what kind of a cannon a city can build and return to the game screen.
5 clicks? Sir, I find that quite unacceptable. When I only have so much time to give my orders, I do not want to be wasting my time clipping a house.
That's clicking a mouse, General. But you're right. With all the cities to deal with, all of this clicking becomes very tedious. There's also the problem of dealing with large numbers of units in the same area. You must click on a flag to give orders to a unit, and crowded conditions make it difficult to choose the same flag over and over because all of the other flags interfere. It's a real interface design problem. This package includes a lot more than just playing the game. There's an extensive database of Civil War information included on the CD. It covers all of the important people, places, and events in the actual Civil War. There's even a section of popular songs from the time, even though they're done in MIDI when it would have sounded better with CD quality stuff.
Popular songs, you say? Why, I remember singing, I wish I was in Dixie. Why, Belvedere boy, what's wrong?
Anyway, The information is presented with impressive illustrations, which turns this potentially dry component of the package into an interesting, entertaining feature, which nicely complements the games. The nicest surprise was the way Empire packaged the Civil War. Here's Scott to show us these products.
Included with the CD was a well-done manual. Also included, a map of the southeastern United States.
An additional book called Battle in the Civil War is thrown in, which explains different aspects about how the war was fought.
Why, the good folks at Empire have really gone above and beyond the call of duty. This additional material definitely makes this a very interesting product for the summer season.
The Civil War is a great package for anyone interested in this important event in history.
It don't even matter what side you're on. You'll like it all the same. Which reminds me, son, where did you say you were born?
However, if you're just looking for a strategy game to play, you'll probably want to get something else. The gameplay isn't bad, it just isn't great. But for any Civil War history buff, this package is a must-have. The games are fun, and all of the information included is wonderful. It's a well-researched, nice-looking product.